Listen up. You might not like him. You might have criticized his off-field drama or that rough spell in Manchester. But what this guy is doing in Spain? It's insane. Yesterday, in the middle of absolute chaos, in a heated derby against Sevilla, he pulled off something that froze the entire stadium. And what happened after the final whistle? That left everyone completely confused. He went from hero to villain in a matter of minutes. I bet you saw the clip of the confrontation. But you probably have no idea what really caused that explosion. There's a locker room secret about Antony's health that explains why he lost it. And once you hear it, your whole perspective on him might flip. Want to understand why Antony turned things around? And whether he truly deserves a spot in Ancelotti's Brazil squad? Stick with me. I'm taking you behind the scenes of this new Antony no one's telling you about, and the sacrifice he's making just to step onto the pitch. But first, if you love high-level football and a good redemption arc, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell. You don't want to miss what's coming next. Let's kick off. You need to understand what this clash between Real Betis and Sevilla FC really means. This isn't just a match. It's a city divided. And Antony, who arrived in Spain surrounded by doubts after everything he went through at Manchester United, stepped onto that pitch like he was born for the Andalusian derby. He didn't flinch at the pressure. From early on, he was dictating the tempo, demanding the ball, playing with a confidence we hadn't seen in a long time. He wasn't there to blend in. He was there to own the moment. Then came the play you won't forget anytime soon. Betis were pushing high, pressing hard. And what does Antony do? He pulls off a finish that's pure instinct and technique. The ball pops up, no hesitation. He launches into a perfect bicycle kick. The kind of goal you only score in a video game or on a day when the football gods are smiling. The net ripples. The stadium explodes. Betis go up 2-0. It felt scripted. The perfect comeback story. The rebirth. The man rising from the ashes to torment his biggest rival. But football, it's ruthless. What should have been a coronation turned into drama in the final minutes. Sevilla, who never quit, clawed their way back after a defensive collapse no one could explain. Suddenly, the atmosphere shifted. The final whistle blew, and what felt like a win tasted like defeat. The euphoria turned into tension. Antony, who had just scored the goal of his life, found himself in an emotional crossfire with his own fans. Imagine this. You leave everything on the pitch, score a world-class goal, and instead of applause, you hear boos, heavy criticism, from the people who are supposed to have your back. Antony snapped. Words were exchanged. It was intense. Face-to-face with fans near the stands. Teammates and security had to step in before things got uglier. That thin line between passion and losing control? He stepped right on it. But what most people yelling that night didn't know, and what you need to know, is the silent sacrifice he's been making just to play. What you didn't see in those heated images, and what most critics didn't know, is that Antony has been playing through serious pain. He's been dealing with chronic pubalgia for weeks. That's inflammation in the groin area, a nightmare for any footballer. The kind of injury that makes running hurt, shooting hurt, even getting out of bed hurt. He's undergoing intensive treatment. Hours of physiotherapy every single day just to earn the right to play 90 minutes. And even with that pain pulsing, he still went out there and scored that bicycle kick. Look at that movement. For a player with pubalgia, attempting an acrobatic finish like that is almost reckless. So when the final whistle blew and he heard the boos, the frustration hit differently. He gave everything, played through pain, scored a stunner, and still walked off without the win. In that emotional heat, he exploded. You saw his face. That wasn't just anger, it was release. Teammates had to hold him back. The tension inside the stadium was heavy. Later, with a cooler head, he apologized. He understands how emotional fans can be, but fans also need to understand the level he's operating at this season. And if you think I'm exaggerating, look at the numbers since he arrived in Spain. His output has practically doubled compared to his time at Manchester United. In less time, 20 goals, 14 assists, 57 matches. That's a goal contribution roughly every 135 minutes. He leads Betis in chances created, dribbles completed, shots taken, and duels won. He's not just the flashy, skill-move guy anymore. He's decisive, efficient, a worker who plays through pain and delivers. Right now, Betis sit fifth in La Liga, largely because of this Brazilian resurgence. He reportedly turned down massive offers to stay and be the protagonist, to rediscover his joy. And it's working. Even physically battered, he's playing some of the best football of his career. The raw truth? The Antony who used to spin in circles without end product at United is gone. The one reborn at Betis is a high-end workhorse, a player who understands that talent without effort wins nothing. He's become the heartbeat of this team, the guy who steps up when no one else does, the one carrying the load even when his body is begging him to stop. Maybe the problem was never his ability. Maybe it was the environment. Because right now, he's undeniably one of the most decisive Brazilian players in Europe. So let me ask you, has he done enough to lock down that right-wing spot for Brazil at the next World Cup? With this level of commitment and this winner's mentality, can Ancelotti really afford to leave him out? Or does he still need to prove more before putting the yellow jersey back on? Drop your take in the comments. I want to hear your verdict on this new Antony rising from the ashes. And if this breakdown gave you real insight, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next play. Thanks for watching. See you on the pitch.